Have you ever felt in your friendship with someone that you feel less than them? So it's like you feel you're talking and they're doing all the talking, they're doing explaining, and you're just nodding yes, 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 and you're just thinking in yourself like, what are they talking about? How I'm gonna get out of this conversation? And quite often it can be a friend, and this is really normal that we live in the world when some people tend to be more superior and some people tend to be less superior, more inferior people. So why is this happening? In this video I will try to present some reasons why some people feel like they have some inferiority and some people feel that like they're inferior. From my perspective, from where I came from, I was really felt with inferiority. I was second child, my sister was talking a lot and I was always quiet and everything. And I didn't quite fit in to her friends and community and everything. Luckily, with years, I gained some confidence, and what I've noticed is that when I became a lawyer and had some good jobs and an attorney, my inferiority level just rise up, and I became probably superior to some people that I shouldn't. And I remember when, cleaning lady would pass on, or somebody, I don't know, garbage man or anybody from less social status, I wasn't like trying not to be polite, I was just avoiding them. I didn't know what to say. I was in a way embarrassed that what do they think about me, and in a way I did feel superior to them. And that wasn't good either. So what is a healthy balance between being superior or inferior? And there isn't any straight line about that. It's just somehow try to be not better, not worse than others. And this feeling is not so simple to achieve, because in some way, if you look at your life, you probably feel inferior to some people and superior to some people. So most of the times people tend to be more superior or more inferior overall looking. I have a friend, he's really confident and I really like talking to him. He has a good values and really open mind, which I really like in a person, just to be open-minded and you can talk about anything and not get judged. And he has a friend, he has a best friend where when we are all three together, I'm seeing like my friend is inferior towards his friend, and this guy, the other guy, he's great, don't get me wrong, but you can feel this tension, like he's super confident, super my way, I do this and I do that, and he has helped so many people, including me. So it's so interesting to see how a good person is not aware of the fact that he's superior to his best friend, and they're really best friends for 20-30 years. They're going everywhere together to holidays and just basically on daily lives. But I think they're probably not aware of what's happening, and I haven't talked to my friend about it, and I hope I will someday, but it's a hard subject, Do you feel subordinate or do you feel inferior towards your friend? The immediate response will be, no, why are you saying this? So I was just thinking the other day about their relationship, and yeah, I think just have to tell him that maybe there's something he should look upon himself, and maybe they can discuss it and everything. So that being said, let's go through some basic reasons. Why do people feel infuriated? If a child grows up in an environment where he's constantly criticized, where they can express their emotions, their thoughts, and other things that are happening in them, they develop sense of inferiority or so-called inferiority complex. And so if you have over really strict and authority parents, then you will probably had some sort of inferiority complex where you couldn't express your feelings and emotions, and you can just shut down and something happens. And those people, they can be great listeners, but oftentimes they don't express their things so much because they think that what are they saying it's like not important for others, or they may even think that they're stupid for saying something. So a lot of times they're just quiet because they were shushed so many times in their lives. Another reason is social status and economic preferences. So people compare themselves with their job status or salaries, or where they're in social status. So if they have like good salary, if I'm an attorney, if I'm a doctor, if I'm government people, it's like I am somebody, you know, and you're just a mate. So this is second reason why people divide themselves. And we are all doing this all the time. We're just, you know, comparing ourselves to different drawers. And that's definitely not good. Then you have a third reason is cultural or hierarchy, like in employee, teacher, student, you have different hierarchy and you just feel different if you are working for somebody. And of course it really matters how this person is, but automatically we feel less if we are under some subordination or anything else. And then there's a psychological factor. Low self-esteem, anxieties, lack of self-confidence, traumatic experiences, where all of these things combined can lead us to really lower or inferiority complex. So the second group is superiority complex, where some people feel opposite to inferiority people and they just feel that they're like something more. They feel confident, they feel like they can do anything and often hide their insecurities. So the first reason for superiority is defense mechanism we called superiority complex, and the second is power and status. So researchers showed that some people gain power through their like professions or just the amount of money they have, and they're just starting to feel like there's something more, and they build their confidence on their welfare or status or anything else. A lot of those examples will be bosses, politicians, celebrities, and I believe they really have a problem which they express to so many people, and that's not good nor for them and of course not for the people around them. So the third kind of people are narcissists, which are the people who really constantly needs validation from other people, and they can be really a pain in the ass because they're talking and talking and talking, and you know, you just can't stop them from, because it's always about them, it's always about their pain. You want to share something with them, like I have this and this problem, they like, yeah, exactly, and I have this and this and that. So it's really hard to be friends with them, and unless you tell them that they have a problem or that this isn't working, if you don't do some boundaries, you are deep into your bad relationship, which will probably end one way or another. So the last one in superiority region is social comparison, where we just like compare ourselves with ladder of money, success, beauty and everything, and this is important as well. So we had covered inferiority and superiority complex, and the question now is, what can we do about it? If probably the most of you watching here have some kind of a inferiority problem, or you have some kind of problem with people who are superior to you. It can be a best friend. It can be your parents. It can be, your boss. And it's really hard because you really have to step out of this role you're playing. And it doesn't matter if you are in either of these roles. You should just, step out of it. So what can you do about it? There's actually a lot of things you can do about it. Watching this video, for one, is a great start. If you like, Google some stuff more, see what's happening with you, ask ChatGPT or any AI you prefer, just to get some clearance on what's happening with you. Of course, that won't solve the problem. The second thing you can do, you can work on this thing for a week or so and just put it on your schedule for every night. And every night before you go to bed, you just sit down and meditate on it, or you can just be aware of it and go through the day and analyze what happened today. This guy did this, I went to a restaurant and this happened. My friend was, or bossy on me, or she was talking about this and that and I couldn't get through to her. She wasn't listening to me, or I just couldn't say anything. It was like I wasn't there. So you just try to make some new connections in your brains on what's happening, on the awareness part. So that would be the second thing you do when you do it at night. So the first thing would be just, relax yourself, meditate or be aware of yourself, and then just analyze the day. And the third thing you can do is ask yourself, what can I do better tomorrow? So this happened, I did this and that, so what can I do to make this better? And you can do a lot of self-coaching on these subjects, and I would definitely advise you to take journal, to do like 2 week, 1 week, 2 week. I would prefer 2 week, journaling. Just see what's happening, writing your thoughts, emotions, pains. What are you feeling? Are you feeling like pain here in chest? Is it in your stomach? Different people, different reactions. And I guarantee that when you will become aware, you will feel this on your body. And this is a next level or a next step how you can help yourself. And of course, just maybe talk to some friends which are open, or try to do whatever you have to do to get to the next level. If you're on inferiority level, just, boost it up. Or if you are like too successful, you can go down a little. So this is really good practice for everybody. From my perspective, I was, like I said, for many years, when I was younger, I definitely had an inferiority complex. And later on, when I had some success in business and in life and had some money, it was more, I'm here, I have to do this, I have to do this, my friends are there. We're always comparing ourselves with somebody. Brené Brown is saying that we are caught in between not enough and better than. So we are always thinking on who are we better on from and who are we worse from. And this comparison is really not good, because in our essence, we are afraid of what we really are. So for next 2 weeks, you can work on that. Who am I, and why the hell am I afraid of being myself? I hope you'll enjoy the video. I hope you can subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.